This is gravity of attraction, and what I'm about to say isn't loud, dramatic, or obvious, but if you felt it, you already know exactly what I mean. There's a specific kind of pain that doesn't come crashing in. It doesn't show up with a message you accidentally discover, or a confrontation, or a clear moment where everything falls apart. It shows up quietly, like a slow leak you can't find, a feeling you can't fully explain. A low hum in the background of your life that says something isn't right. Everything looks normal on the surface, but something underneath it isn't. You're not an anxious person, but lately you feel anxious. You're not someone who overthinks, but now you catch yourself noticing things you never used to notice. The way he holds his phone, the pause before he answers simple questions, the strange feeling that the man sitting across from you isn't fully there, like he's present, but also somewhere else, like you're not with the full version of him, like you're living with an edited version. And the most disorienting part, there's nothing you can point to, no clear betrayal, no obvious mistake, no moment you can explain to someone else and say, that's it. But your body knows something deeper than logic, something older than your conscious mind, has been trying to tell you something for a long time. Today, we're going to listen to it, because short-term dishonesty and long-term infidelity are two completely different psychological realities. And the signs, they don't look like what most people expect. This isn't about obvious red flags. This is about the cracks that form beneath the surface when someone is living a double life for too long. The hidden weight of a double life. Most people think cheating is a single decision. It's not. It's a lifestyle. And maintaining two emotional worlds at the same time creates what psychologists call cognitive load. That means two identities, two stories, two versions of the truth, all being managed at the same time without ever colliding. And over time, that weight shows not through confession, not through guilt, but through subtle behavioral shifts, micro changes, things that feel slightly off, long before you can explain why. That uneasy feeling you've been carrying, that quiet anxiety, it's not paranoia. It's your brain doing exactly what it was designed to do, recognizing patterns, detecting inconsistencies, flagging something that doesn't align before you consciously understand it. The question isn't whether you should trust that feeling. The question is, can you read what it's trying to tell you? The Darvo pattern. How truth gets shut down. One of the clearest signs of long-term dishonesty isn't what he does when you're apart. It's what happens when you get close to the truth. There's a psychological pattern called Darvo. Deny, attack. Reverse victim and offender, and it shows up like this. 1. Weaponized privacy. You ask something reasonable, and suddenly the response becomes, why are you tracking me? Why are you acting like this? Your observation becomes your flaw. Your instinct becomes your insecurity. 2. Moral repositioning. He starts criticizing you, not randomly. Strategically, you're too needy. You're always suspicious. You don't trust me. This isn't about you. It's about him rewriting the narrative, so he doesn't have to face himself. 3. Emotional intimidation. You bring up something that doesn't add up, and instead of calm reassurance, you get anger. Sharp, defensive, over the top. That anger isn't about your question. It's a wall, a way to shut the conversation down before it reaches something real. A man with nothing to hide doesn't make you feel unsafe for asking when emotional intimacy starts disappearing. Every relationship has a rhythm, a natural flow of closeness, but long-term infidelity slowly breaks that rhythm. And the change is so subtle, you don't notice it until it's gone. Compartmentalization he talks about. His day, his schedule, logistics, but not his thoughts, not his feelings, not what's really going on inside, because that part of him is being given somewhere else. Identity leakage. Suddenly, he has new interests, new habits, new ways of speaking things that don't come from your shared life. We absorb the people we spend time with. So when he changes, he's showing you where his attention has been living. Hypercorrection. This one confuses people. Instead of pulling away, he starts doing more. More affection, more help, more effort, but it feels off, like it's being performed, because it is. Guilt often shows up as overcompensation. The physical signals. You can't ignore the truth isn't just emotional, it shows up physically. The phone behavior. It's not about passwords, it's about patterns. Always face down, always in hand, always angled away. That's not habit. That's control. Sudden grooming changes new clothes, new scent, new attention to appearance. People don't change how they present themselves for no reason. They change it for someone whose opinion suddenly matters. Intimacy feels different, not necessarily less. Sometimes more, but disconnected, mechanical. You feel like you're being looked through, not looked at. And that feeling, it's one of the most accurate signals your body will ever give you. The glitches. When the truth slips through eventually, the system breaks, because no one can maintain two realities forever. And when that happens, you get glitches. He references things you never did together, mentions places you've never been, uses language that doesn't belong to your world. These moments feel small. They're fractures in something under pressure. What you do with this. If this feels familiar, don't rush into emotional confrontation, because someone living a double life has already rehearsed every defense. Instead, ask yourself one question. Do I feel safe, seen, and respected in this relationship right now? Not what he says, not what he promises, but what you consistently feel. Trust behavior, not explanations, not reassurances. Behavior, because behavior is the one thing that cannot be faked forever. Final truth. If something is wrong, it is not because you weren't enough. It is not because you missed something obvious. It is because you showed up with integrity and expected the same in return. That is not your weakness. That is your standard, and standard is worth protecting. If this gave you clarity, if it put words to something you've been carrying quietly, then hold on to this one sentence. I trust what I feel, because you do, and you always have